Are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. And this I really love because how many times do you have an event? It might have been Valentine's Day or your engagement or it's a wedding bouquet or whatever it might be. And you're like, man, these flowers are, it was my son was born. My husband, God bless him, he brought in like 200 red roses. And you know what he brought him into the hospital? In white buckets, like work buckets. Yeah. I was like, you know, a diamond bracelet would have been a-okay after pushing that baby out. But no, he brings me in white, literally these white buckets. And he's so sweet. You know, it's so nice of him, right? But, you know, anyway, but I would have liked to keep a couple of those roses, but of course they don't last. Well, this next inventor, she is the creator behind this, has created a floral kit. And I opened mine and was messing with it, so it's a little messy on the inside. But she has put together a brand new floral drying kit, but it actually can do more than that. And it's got a diffuser, which she's going to explain in just a second. This is a cool idea. And you get the kit itself, and you get this beautiful almost album to be able to collect the florals that you're going to press and dry. But it doesn't take 100 million years to have dried flowers. She's made it much quicker and much easier. So joining me live from her home is the inventor of this, and Teresa joins us tonight on our Little Crafty After Show. Hi, Teresa. It is so nice to meet you.
Hi, Suzanne. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, okay, so tell your story, because I think this is a neat story behind this.
So I was introduced to keepsaking, floral keepsaking, when I was younger, and my great-grandmother used to put Bible, family Bible, and she would share that information. She'd get them out and say this was from, you know, your dad or your mom or an uncle, whoever. But it took her back to that very place and time when she was given the flowers. So it stuck with me. It was impactful. I always thought there's got to be a better way to keep the flowers and document them, and that's how I came up with my album first several years ago. And then I knew it wouldn't get the legs it needed if I didn't have a quick and easy way to preserve the flowers. And I was able to come up with that. It took me several months, and that's how it's all evolved to this point right now.
Okay, so I want you to go through the parts of the kit, because what you've done is you've sped the process up dramatically. And this is super innovative. But can you show us the kit and what all those little pieces are about? And then let's get into how you do it.
I can. So I have actually 4 preserving boards, and I can tell you I've done hundreds of flowers on a couple preserving boards, so they'll last you a lifetime. One kit per household, and that's all you're going to need. Also, we have the quick dry papers, and these are super absorbent. It took us a while to just figure out what was best to try to get the moisture out of the flowers. I have some parachute cord that we cinch it up with. It's basically, we wrap it and zap it. I have some tweezers. They'll be your best friend because you don't want to handle the flowers. You touch them, you've got oil in your hand, you'll just mess them up. I've got some preserving mist that after they're completely dried and preserved, we want to add some preserving mist and we diffuse it. So the mist and the heat together is kind of a binary effect onto the petals, and it just makes it more fabric-like and flexible. So again, it's going to last a lifetime.
And how you've sped this process up dramatically.
Okay, so one of the things I did, we have stock cards inside the albums. I'll share real quickly an expectation for you. So this is my actually personal album. This flower is from my granddaughter, and to take a picture of it and do some documentation on that day and what was so special about it. So this is what you're going to what your album's going to look like. And also, so I took the card out. All these flowers right here that you can see are actually all of them preserved except one. I'm going to have one little spot left over so that we can finish our card out. But you can see they're vibrant. They're flexible. I've already put the preserving mist on it. They're ready to go. So one thing I thought I would try to go ahead and do the lily. First thing I want to do is get my boards together. It's like making a sandwich. So I put like 3 quick dry papers together. And also, so you want to manipulate a little bit. You can see the inside of the flower has more color. It's more vibrant. So I like to take the lily and just kind of change it into the inside where you're going to see actually have more of the color. And however you set it right now is the way it's going to be. the color is going to set the first time in the microwave, and then it's going to be that position as well. So when I put 3 quick dry papers on the bottom, 3 on top, like again, it's like making a sandwich. So first thing I tell people to do when they get their cord, tie a knot in the end, because we're going to actually use these slits as a way to cinch it up, if that makes sense. So go horizontal, and then we'll go vertical, and just end up in a slit here or here. Okay, I'm going to pop it in the microwave. So it's 30 seconds
Wait, now,
in the microwave.
now, Teresa, wait, Teresa, big drum roll here.
Yes.
She's using a microwave, everybody. This
Yes.
is how she's taken this process that we all would love to do. We got all those flowers for all those different occasions. Maybe it's the boutonniere from the wedding or the groomsmen or whatever. And she sped it up dramatically. So you figured out how to use a microwave to get these flowers dry really quick.
Absolutely. So, and it's the same way this on every single flower, no matter what you do. It's just going to take more times in the microwave. So I put in 30 seconds, and then it's 15 seconds after that every single time. So it's, to me, it's 2 processes. You have your dehydration in the microwave, and then when you take it out, you need evaporation. You need both of those together to get the moisture out of the flowers as quickly as possible. And also, use your tweezers to pull your boards out, because they're going to be warm, and I have burned myself so many times, I should know better. So also, so we're isn't that awful?
I like your honesty.
I know. So what I like to do is, again, you have your dehydration in the microwave, you have your evaporation here with your boards. And you're going to see that every single time you do the same thing. You're going to put it in the microwave 30 seconds, you're going to take it out, and you're going to unwrap it. And again, you want to get that moisture out of there. If you don't, and you put it right back in the microwave, you're just adding more moisture. You're not really helping it. So I like to do 2 or 3 at the same time. So let it set over and cool. You don't want to put it in the microwave after it's already, if it's still warm, because it's going to scorch. So this is what it looks like the first 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so these lilies, any single petal flower, go very, very quickly in the microwave. The only ones that take a little bit longer are your multi-layer flowers, like your roses, your spider mums, your carnations, and your daisies. Those are just a little more time consuming. And each single petal is like almost literally less than a minute in the microwave. So for time's sake, I've already completed one. Here we have. So we'll move these out of the way. So this is completely done. This was literally 3 times in the microwave. You can see that.
Oh, no kidding. So fast. I mean, you're getting that done in minutes.
The single petal flowers, yes, less than a minute. If you can see, look how vibrant it is. It's already set. I like the way it's positioned. So before we put it in our floral album, we want to put the preserving mist on it and diffuse it. And so if you can see the mist right here, I'll spray it lightly, do both sides, and then we are going to diffuse it.
And let me show you this, guys. If you go to a 2-shot, I'll show you what she's doing. So this is it. It's that.
Right.
And what it is actually use a blow dryer on it.
So I put the diffuser it goes on the end of a blow dryer. And the reason for that is it helps, you can either use it to help continue to dry the flowers when they're outside the microwave, but you really want to use it with your preserving mist, because again, it has that binary effect between the mist and the heat, and it fuses into the petal, and it makes it more fabric-like and more flexible.
Okay, isn't that the coolest thing, you guys?
And I don't know how I come up with it, but it works, and it works very nicely. So the last thing I wanted to share with you guys was how to finish up our board. So in our custom albums, we have 3. We have our all-purpose album, which is here. We also have, if you can see behind me, we have an at-peace album and also a wedding album. So all of those are available right now. And each one of them, we have these sticky dots. And I love these because, you know, I have grandkids, and I know everybody will want to do projects together and usually use a hot glue gun. And I myself burn myself a lot doing that. And what happens with these, they are so anything will stick to them. There's 200 in every custom album, and they're perforated. So this is how I like to use them. And you don't have to use a hot glue gun, and nobody's going to get hurt, especially me or any of my grandkids. So
I love
you can see this. You can just put it right here. You see how a sticky dot works. Pull it off. You can see it's there. Okay, now we're going to finish our card that's going to go into our all-purpose album. And actually, this is mine. I'm going to keep it because this is my HSN floral moment that I'm going to keep for a lifetime. So
your debut.
This is absolutely. So it is very important to me. So this is going to be in my floral album. So that's what it's going to look like. And you just put it in.
This is beautiful.
So again, they're vibrant, they're flexible, they should last generations. That was the whole idea.
Okay, so wait, hang on Teresa, 1 second. Yes. We got about 5 minutes to go before I have to wrap everything up. So I want you to show us the other ideas, because you really came up with some clever things that we can use this for that's kind of beyond just, what you just showed us. Can you kind of go through those?
Okay, so real quickly, so what happens to the flowers? We have a solution for people who have fresh cut flowers. And now we know how to preserve them. You can last a lifetime. You don't have to toss them anymore. What happens to the people, those thousands of people that have already saved bouquets from a past event, and they saved them for a reason. They meant something to them. We can help you with that too. So if I could just share real quickly.
Sure.
This is what it's going to look like, right? This is, if I can show you. This is pretty much what's going to happen if you don't do something with it, right? So it's brittle. So we're going to reverse that process. I'll show it over here. We want to put it in a bath. This has been there a couple hours. So you just want to make sure you get it completely submerged, because if you have an air bubble, where that air bubble is, it's going to continue to be dry. You're not going to be able to get it wet. You need it completely wet. So this has been there a couple hours, so I'm ready to take it out, right? Sorry. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so it has some paper towels. You just want to blot it. So look how it was, right? Let's compare crunchy and look at it now. So this is just adding water into it. But what we want to do is get it back to a forever format, right? So we want to blot it a little bit. Look how you can touch it and you can move it. So I want to fan it out. Let's get another quick dry paper. Fan it out like this. I like the greenery. You can position that as well. So where's my papers? Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 on top and 3 on the bottom. Same thing, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. And because you can already see it's already starting to form. So we're gonna wrap it up, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, but to save time, guess what? I already have one over here. And this is what it's gonna look like in 30 seconds in the microwave, if you can see that. And keep the greenery. So it's completely dry. 30 seconds and it's ready to put your preserving mist on it and your diffuser. And now you have a forever keepsake. It's not going to keep disintegrating, and you can be able to put in that format and put it in your floral album. And I have another example here. So this is one I did last summer. These flowers, I think, were 3 or 4 years old. You can see
that's gorgeous.
So.
Okay, so here's what we need to do, Teresa, if you don't mind. Let's go over the photos we have, and then I want to see your Easter project. And then, unfortunately, we have to wrap it up.
Okay, so there's so many uses for the kit. You don't just have to preserve flowers or bring them back to life. I also, wildflowers, they do amazing. Less than a minute. You can take your wildflowers and go in the morning, gather them, come back and preserve them, and start having your art project in the afternoon. So these are, if you can see this, these are Missouri wildflowers. All less than a minute. If you put them in a flower press, you're looking at 3 to 6 weeks, every single flower. I did another art project this week real quick. These are all from wildflowers from last summer. It turned out amazing. It's in your floating frame. Thank you. It was my first attempt at it. Someone asked me if I could do it, and it just turned out amazing. And it's so easy. Again, you get these beautiful flowers in less than a minute. You're going to have them preserved. And also, Evelyn, if you could drop down the leaves. Last fall, we gathered leaves, my family. We created cards. We sent thank you cards. We were able to create art. And they're beautiful. They're literally less than a minute in the microwave, and they stay vibrant, and all your fall colors are going to keep that color, and they'll last as long as you take care of them. And then also I have greenery that we work on. I think in the back here you can see. So your boxwood, it's everywhere. The floral decor right now for greenery is very, very popular, and it's free. You can go out and do it yourself. And you can, this is real. You go and buy some of the fake greenery. I think it's like $5 for 3 or 4 pieces. So look what you can do. And it's free. The kit can use that for so many other purposes. And then lastly, we all get different herbs for our different recipes that we're using. And so we might only use half of it, right, Suzanne? So
right.
what
So
happens
why
the rest
waste
of
it?
them? Right.
Yeah.
They just spoil in the refrigerator. Instead of doing that, if you don't have a use for them, go ahead and put in the microwave less than a minute, and you can just crumble up, put it in your salt or your shaker, your parsley shaker, cilantro, whatever it is. And we actually use these, preserve some for the holidays and give them away as Christmas presents. So they were.
Oh, cute idea. Okay, so Teresa, do show us your Easter project real quick,
Yes,
and then I'm going to give a couple shout outs to you.
Okay. My last one. So I wanted to show you a Easter idea real quick. And there's so many blessings around the Easter time. So what comes around Easter is also beautiful spring flowers. The grass gets green, the trees get green. But one that I didn't know till last year, and you may know this, I'm probably the only one in the world who didn't know this, but with the dogwood blossoms, that they form an actually perfect cross. I don't know if you can see this. So
that's a great idea.
And what I did not know, I think this is a great opportunity for, spring is new, the holiday season, the Easter season's coming around. These are going to start blooming, and they don't last very long, but it's a great family activity. So I would challenge and inspire people to go out and gather as a family and create your art and preserve them as a family and share this gift as a family, because this is just one idea. It's a floating frame. It speaks for itself. You don't even need words. It's beautiful. It's a symbol. It's a symbol of faith and hope. It's a reminder that, we're not alone and everything's going to be okay. And also, I only had 3. I thought I didn't know I had any until I was working on my art project. So anyway, there's so many stamps that you can go out and get to say exactly what you want to say, and you might know somebody who needs certain words. But there's just a dogwood blossom on here, and they're beautiful.
So cool.
So anybody and everybody might want a little joy this season, this holiday season. This is a great way to gather, to create, and to share. And that's my Easter project.
I love it. Well, Teresa, awesome job. Let me do a couple shout outs to you. Brenda says she always wanted to dry flowers. Randy says, hello, Teresa. Gwen says, hi, Teresa. Lisa says, oh my God, another wonderful craft to start. Back to ordering I go. And again, Lori says, love you, Suzanne. Loving your after show. Thank you, guys. I'm just trying to see really quickly if anybody has any questions for Teresa. Oh, is there a certain wattage for the microwave? That's a very good question. And that's Calamity.
I just put it on high. I do it for 30 seconds on high, and then I take it out. I told you the dehydration, evaporation, unwrap it every single time. Don't put it back in there while it's warm. And 15 seconds, the very same way until it's preserved.
Okay, also Brenda says, can you preserve your flower without flattening them if you do not want to leave, if you want to leave them dimensional? Thank you.
Not with this process. This I've created so you can put them in albums. You can create artwork with them. I know there's a lot of opportunities out there where you can get some silica and things like that. I don't really mess with that. This is just the method I've come up with. It's, so I really don't have that opportunity right now, but I think if they do some research, they could probably find something.
Yeah, sure. And again, so quick. And I love, May says, drying flowers was so big in the 70s. Glad it's making a comeback. Isn't that kind of fun? And again, the colors are so vivid. I'm just, is that a blow dryer and the plunger? Yes, it is. She used a blow dryer on that. I'm just trying to get through everything. Patricia says, so good to be able to preserve your flowers rather than throwing them out when they die. Great idea. Julie says the wedding album would make a great bridal shower gift. Oh God. Oh, you're right. Absolutely. That's such a good idea too. Just give them the gift and they can preserve all the flowers themselves. You don't have to do
You know what? I actually had a
which is
wedding
fun.
party that the bridesmaids got together afterwards and helped preserve them because it's a lot of work and you kind of have, your lifestyle and you got your honeymoon. So they kind of pushed that off to the bridesmaid. I thought was a great idea.
I think that's awesome. Okay, guys. So again, and I really, really thought I was trying to get to everybody's comments, but you guys are so much fun. I can't get to everyone, but thank you so much. And Teresa, thanks for joining me. It's been a blast, and welcome to the HSN family.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, great job. Take care.
Thank you, Suzanne.